So there were some decisions before that they were bad, and because of that, that was a consequence. So
So I think it's good that the US did that to save other countries from those arms.
Yeah, but like what's interesting, like you're an Arab, right? I know that a lot of Arabs don't support Iran, right? So that's
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm here in Prague enjoying my time here. It's a beautiful city. This is Charles Bridge, probably the most famous place in Prague. I use this as an opportunity to do street interviews on different relevant topics. You walk around here, you hear different languages. It's like the whole world gathered here. So, interviewing people here is like gathering opinions from the entire world. America and Israel recently bombed Iran's nuclear facilities. And the argument was that Iran is not just dangerous for Israel, it's dangerous for the entire world. And there are a lot of influencers, particularly those self identifying as America First, who condemn this as an act of unnecessary aggression. So let's see what people think about this particular attack on Iran and what people think about Iran having nuclear weapons in general.
In terms of Iran, I know that they sponsor terrorist proxies, which is bad on its own. So I am skeptical whether they should be allowed to have a nuclear weapon because they are well. The obvious first step would be to bomb Israel with that nuclear weapon, which by definition is bad. They should not be bombing. There shouldn't be any nuclear warheads used anywhere. So, and given that, from my point of view, Iran has clear. They clearly don't like Israel, and they're prepared to probably bomb them. So, I would say I would rather not have Iran having a nuclear weapon.
No, it's not a good thing. No.
So, is it better for the world that Iran has nuclear weapons, or is it better for the world that Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons?
No, no, for sure. Against that.
Against Iran having nuclear, so it would be a good thing that they bombed.
Um, Maybe in a sense that I can't sort of support any sort of bombing or anything, but I think America has had to, based on what they're potentially going to be doing and stuff, and uh, sort of looking at sort of nuclear weapons and things like that. So yeah, to try and stop that, and yeah.
Uh, yeah, there's a lot of tension, of course, in that zone of the world. But I think that maybe, yeah, it's a conflict that will be like traced like a couple of years ago. So maybe it's coming to a point where the tension is getting more and more high, and maybe that's one of the consequences of that tension. So I wouldn't say if it was good or bad, but apparently there wasn't any more attacks at the moment. So at least it has a small positive consequence that there was no more attacks.
it was a necessary decision that what happened because of bad decision before that. So there were some decisions before that they were bad, and because of that, that was a consequence.
So you're saying that Iran, you feel Iran has a nuclear program that had to be stopped? That's what you're saying?
I'm not sure if anybody can tell anyone what to do or what not to do, but at the same time, it should have been controlled. So, and it wasn't. And as an Iranian, I
Yeah.
can say I wasn't sure if that's the best way, but they also didn't help to control it or to I don't know they didn't really let people to see what's happening. So.
Actually, I'm too bad informed about the subject. I mean, nowadays we don't have time to properly dig into the core subject and deep into the subject about the political motivation, technical motivation, economical motivations. It's too broad. From what I've learned, still I don't know. I've heard some news about it in the news this morning in the radio that Netanyahu is coming to US these days extra. I mean, it looks interesting from a US point of view. From a French person point of view, I don't know.
yes, I think it was a good thing because I'm afraid of the arms they have there. So I think it's good that the US did that to save other countries from those arms.
I feel like there's a lot of information that says that Iran really didn't have that much nuclear power and that the attacks were not really warranted. I could not really say on if it's if it was good or if it was bad. Um,
But like, if you had a choice, like if you live in a world where Iran has a nuclear weapon versus where it doesn't, which one would you choose?
well, I would choose if they did not have, probably. Yeah, because I don't think Iran is that connected to the countries in Europe or has the same ideologies or the government is is going to be perfectly fine with Europe. But
Well, they have a contract agreement of who are allowed to use nuclear weapons. There are like North Korea, China, Russia, France, Great Britain, US, I believe, and Iran is not a part of that, and their democracy is lacking because it's very apparent that they're not as good of a democracy that everyone else is. And since they're not part of that contract, I don't think they should have nuclear bombs because it would be dangerous for the world to have an uncontrolled regime having those nuclear bombs in their asset. So I don't know if that was the right thing to do, bombing those facilities, but I think that nonetheless they should not have access to it.
Yeah, but like what's interesting, like you're an Arab, right? I know that a lot of Arabs don't support Iran, right? So that's
Yes.
Yeah, I don't support Iran too, but I think that the United States is like over supporting Israel,
uh-huh.
like it's defending another country. I think even for the American citizens, I think it's not really good. Like why do they do it? Like it's like very very strange. Yeah.
Okay, so like if you had to choose the world with Iran having a nuclear weapon and world where Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon, like which one do you think would be a better world? Like for the entire world, not just Israel, America, like for everyone.
Yeah, of course, the world with Iran without nuclear weapon, of course.
Well, I think it was good because, like, I think no one should have the capacity to make nuclear bombs. Having those nuclear facilities, it's not a good option.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's not okay when Iran have atom bombs, nuclear bombs. I think it's okay.
I don't know.
You don't know, like do you think like it's better for the world that Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons or has nuclear weapons?
I think it's for the world. I think nothing gonna change, but it's for the security of Israel. It's better not to be a nuclear bomb in that area. So that's why they bombed, not because of the other things.
Iran is like the head of terrorism in the Middle East, so it should be also prevented.
Okay, so like it's better for the world that Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon or that Iran has a nuclear weapon. What's like better for the world?
Come again.
Yeah, so like if Iran has a nuclear weapon or if Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon, what's better for the world?
It would be better if Iran didn't have a nuclear weapon. Yep.
Definitely a good idea.
Okay.
Sorry, but I don't think that terror countries or terror people needs to rule the world or to be a big threat.
Do you feel that Iran is dangerous not just for Israel but for the entire world?
Definitely, what they do, like they don't support others. That if we take the thing that just happens in Iran, like I don't know if you know, but a woman not allowed to go with their hair, like they not just dangerous to their to other countries, but they're also dangerous to themselves inside.
Бомбы. Это лучше для мира, что у Ирана есть атомная бомба, или лучше, что у Ирана нет атомной бомбы?
Не, ну я считаю, что лучше б не было у Ирана атомной бомбы, потому что и так много есть в Америке, есть в России, было и на Украине вывезли все. Я считаю, не надо столько много атомных бомб, иначе будет Третья мировая или ядерная война.
Well, I think it's very dangerous, but at the same time, Iran is a big supporter of Russia, so I feel it may help release a bit of pressure out of Ukraine because Iran provides drones for Russia. But we'll see what happens.
So so you would support that decision or not? Like, just you personally. It was a good decision or a bad decision? Like,
I don't know.
if you had to choose between like Iran having a nuclear weapon and Iran not having a nuclear weapon, like which one would you choose?
Well, of course, not having.
In conclusion, nobody wanted Iran to have nuclear weapons, but some people felt uncomfortable with the use of force and bombings specifically. But it's like once you tried diplomacy and sanctions, how else are you supposed to make sure that the Ayatollahs don't end up with nukes?